Hello, everybody, and welcome to the team call. Today, we are going to be talking about starting new conversations and adding value to yourself, your business, and others. So I have quite a few ideas on conversation starters and everything. Roxy, I know this was one of the topics that you actually wanted me to do as well. So I hope that it helps you out in some way. So, first of all, like, you really want to add value before you start a conversation anyway. Have you ever had a fear of starting a conversation? Anybody? Raise your hand if you've had a fear of like starting a conversation before. Like, I know I have. No, yeah. Roxy, you haven't? No? Okay. So, first of all, I know I have. I know that when I first started this business, I was like, well, how do I start conversations? What do they mean do 3 to 5 conversations a day? What do they mean? And then when I started thinking about it, really, we start conversations with people all the time. Like, whether it's, hold on, this is in my way. So we start conversations with people all the time, whether it's a conversation about, you know, what their sunglasses they're wearing in the grocery store, or their shoes and things like that. But when it comes to this business, we really complicate it in a way that we really shouldn't be complicating it, but it's easy to do. So when you're talking to somebody, the first thing I feel like we should do is really just make sure that when we're starting a conversation, just make sure you take Beachbody completely out of the equation and act like you're having a conversation with somebody that you already know. So if you're thinking about how can I get this person to sign up as a coach, how can I hit my Success Club points? If you're seeing people as like a Success Club point or somebody who's going to register as a coach, or how can I get them to do something, that kind of is a form of manipulation, and you don't want to do that. So just take that completely out of your mind and focus on getting to know them as a person. Brandon, can you let the dog in? Focus on them completely as a person. So make sure that when you're talking to somebody, that you're not just also talking about yourself. So be interested versus interesting. And what I mean by that is, don't just talk about you. Don't just talk about your business. Don't just, word vomit on people. When you're starting a conversation, like I said, take Beachbody out of it, because honestly, nobody cares what you know until they know that you care. So you have to make sure that you're showing that you care about a person when you're talking to them or starting a conversation with them. So another thing is learn how to form. That's family, occupation, recreation, and message. So one of the 3 vital behaviors is invite. And that tends to scare people because they hear sell, when really that's not what it is. You want to invite people to your Facebook page. You want to chat with people on Instagram. And then you eventually want to invite people first to be your friend. And to me, that's starting a conversation is first. You need to know about a person before you invite them to a challenge group, unless they approach you. Even if they do approach you, I'm still going through the form process. Okay, it's not like unnatural when I go through the form process. So what's your family like? So what kind of work do you do? But in the midst of the conversation, I'm going to find that out through asking questions, through getting to know them as a person. And how can you help someone if you know absolutely nothing about them? I feel like the form process never dies. I feel like I still form people when they're in my challenge group, because I want to get to know what pushes their buttons. So maybe later I could offer the coaching opportunity to them if I find a need. So you have to get to know people to find a need, to fill the need, or to fill whatever they need. So even when I have like my warm market, I'm still going to form them, but it's just going to be in a different way. And what I mean by warm market is people that you already know versus your cold market, which are people who might be on your Facebook page that you don't actually know. Does that make sense? Like getting to know people before you even invite them to a challenge group, if they haven't approached you yet, or even if they do approach you, make sure that you're asking the necessary questions. Tonight, I'm not going to go all the way into the invite process. I'm basically just talking about starting conversations and adding value. Okay, so how do you add value? When someone approaches you, how do you add value? First, you need to add value to yourself, but then you also need to add value to your business and what you are offering. And how do you do that? Remember that we're offering support, accountability, friendship, possibly extra income. So when you're talking to somebody, take yourself completely out of the equation, change your mindset, take your fear of rejection all the way out of the equation, and remember that this is an awesome opportunity. We're offering support, accountability, friendship, and extra income. Like, how has challenge groups helped you? How has this business opportunity helped you? How has Shakeology helped you? So think about those things when you're talking to somebody else. And I'm not saying that you're going after that, but just make sure that, hey, I'm not a weird salesperson here. I'm not like some weird salesperson who's like going after a sale when I'm talking to somebody. I'm getting to know them as a friend, and I know that I have a lot to offer. So go into it with confidence. Okay, and another way that you could go into it with confidence, number one, is being proof the product works. Are you drinking Shakeology daily? Are you doing your workouts? Are you sharing your ups and downs on social media? Are you sharing your journey on social media? Are you talking about your team on social media? Do people know what you are doing? If you're a new coach, I know that I always talk to my new coaches and just kind of have you guys kind of on your social media kind of announce that you're becoming a coach, but doing it in a way of like having extra accountability with your workout journey or with your fitness journey. Or I just kind of help you guys lead into it with the way that your life is set up so that people know that, hey, I'm doing this new thing. You can come along and join me. So when you start posting on social media about something, people are not all weirded out. Like, what the heck is Roxy doing? They already know what you're doing. They already know that you're doing this business for extra accountability, or that you're coaching for extra accountability, or you're on your new workout journey. They already know that. So make sure that once you do that initial post, that you're still posting 3 to 5 times a day and you're being proof that the product works, because that's going to help you build your confidence. So try on-demand workouts. If you've never done a certain workout, just know that you have on-demand. You can go on there, you can try some of the sample workouts. You can read about the programs in the back office. You can ask about the programs on the team page if you've never done it. Ask other people's feedback. Learn something new about Shakeology every day. I'm not saying that you have to know everything there is about Shakeology, but know something. Teach yourself and educate yourself on something about Shakeology daily. If someone asks you what Shakeology is, do you already know how you're going to answer that question? If you don't, then maybe it's because you're not using it daily, or maybe because you haven't learned enough about it to talk about it. So take an initiative. Just like you have to learn things at your current job, you also have to learn about this business. It's a learning curve. The only thing is that no one's, breathing down your neck saying, hey, you have to learn about this. You have to have the discipline to learn about it. So get on team calls, look back at team calls. All of these things, being proof the product works, helps you build your confidence. So when someone comes to you, you know how to answer the question. You know how to help them in a certain way. And knowing how it's helped you or somebody on your team or somebody in your family is the best way for you to build that confidence. So number 3, I'm going to talk a little bit about attraction marketing. And basically, it's just about what you post on your social media and how you also add value on social media. So when you're on social media, I have nothing against Mary Kay or anything else or any other program or any other business. I mean, I respect all of them. I'm not here to bash them, but I'm just here to say we are not Mary Kay. We are not, I I don't know, whatever other business that will just, you know, give a product and then just run away. So what I always tell coaches is make sure you do not post links. Do not use stock images either, because we are not Beachbody. Beachbody is an amazing company that provides us with this awesome opportunity and these awesome products to help other people, but we are not branding Beachbody, we're branding ourselves. So I don't believe in posting links on your page or using stock images, because you want to initially go back to form and build that relationship up with people. You know, we offer the support and the accountability through challenge groups. We're there for people not just through their 21 days of their workout or the 30 days or 60 days of their workout. We're there for them throughout their entire journey. So we're finding a need and we're offering major support here. So I feel like we have the total package as coaches, and I feel like it drops value when you use stock images or you just post your link instead of getting to know somebody and filling that need that they actually really need. People really need to feel secure in what you're offering before, or secure in you before you even offer your message to them. Same with coaches. When we register coaches, think about all the things that we provide in our community. We provide continuing education through team calls like this, or team meetings, or retreats. You can look on YouTube and find everything that you need to learn about this business. The back office that you guys pay, like what, $15 for a month, has amazing information on building your business. You just have to utilize all of the tools given to you. But I don't know what other business just openly shares and openly gives all this information to build your business. You really have a gold mine at your fingertips. And so do the people who are your challengers. They have a gold mine at their fingertips through support and accountability through you and running amazing challenge groups and having amazing meal plans and workouts that actually work. So be more than Beachbody on social media. And what I mean by that is it goes back to Beachbody is not your brand, you are your brand. And what I mean by that, when you are branding yourself, you really want to think about what you're putting out in social media. Like, who is your ideal customer, your friend, or your ideal coach? Whatever that is, think about it. Think about 3 to 5 things other than Beachbody that represents you. For example, I know that Roxy loves her dogs. I know that Roxy loves her grandbaby. I know that Roxy loves her friends and her family. So, I mean, those are things that I know about Roxy based on, well, I know her personally, but also based on what she posts on social media. So if you're posting on social media, who do you want to attract? A lot of times people want to attract people who are similar to them or people who have the same values as them. So if someone, or somebody who has similar interests, like I love dogs. I post about my dogs on Instagram. I write dog mom. So that's me really just branding myself in a sense. I love using affirmations, so I use affirmations. So I know that another coach likes to bake, and I gave her the suggestion of share some baking ideas or some healthy baking ideas on how to do something that's gluten-free. So remember that you are not Beachbody, but once a day, talk about your team or talk about your Shakeology or talk about your journey as a coach or talk about your journey, your health and fitness journey, and all the amazing things that are happening to you. So share your ups and downs and just be really genuine and remember, like, what is going to set you apart from all the other coaches out there. For example, I know there's some people who are not going to be attracted to me, and there's some people who are going to be attracted to you instead. And guess what? That's amazing. That's awesome, because that means that there's a coach out there for every single person here. So I hope I'm making sense. Am I making sense at all?
Yes.
Good. So I have some conversation starter ideas here, guys. So first of all, I wrote this. These ideas will help you be a light in the world, get your head in the right space, and understand The concept of serving and adding value to the lives of others. Be authentic. When you add value to others, you build trust and add value to yourself. And I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. So basically, when you add value to your business and you add value and truly believe in what you're doing, and you're in a headspace of serving somebody instead of getting something in return, you will be more successful. So when your coach, a lot of times you see your coach maybe being successful, maybe adding lots of people to their team or doing certain things, but there's a huge sacrifice that comes with that. They sacrifice their time, they sacrifice sleep, they are serving by working and learning about information to help you grow. They're growing themselves, and we're growing together. So just know that when you are, just add value. And I'm going to get more into that next when I start talking about conversation starter ideas. So I learned about these ideas, and you guys can give me feedback on these, but I thought that these are really, really good ideas on adding value to other people and starting new conversations. And I'm basically talking about starting conversations on social media. So for example, encourage somebody based on their status update and then send it to their inbox. So one example I wrote down is somebody who may have on social media said something about like, man, I'm starting a new career after 12 years of being in the same job, and I'm very nervous and very scared about it. I hope it works out. So here's what I would do with somebody who's on my page who I probably liked some of their posts before, or, you know, maybe not even chatted with them before, but, you know, they've liked my post, I've liked their post, or I've been on their page, is I would say something like, hey girl, I saw that you were nervous about starting your new endeavor. I too recently took a leap of faith. I know it can be scary. I wish you well. I have faith that you are going to do awesome. Good luck to you. Would you say that that's starting a new conversation with somebody through social media? I mean, I would. And then I put them on my contact list. And I keep them on my contact list, and then I check back with them like maybe a few days later or a week later and say something like, hey, how's it going? How's the new job going? Just to keep the conversation going. I will tell you, like 99.5% of the time when I have a conversation with somebody, I always end it with an open-ended question so that they can get back with me. Okay? Always end with an open-ended question, which is something that I do. Number 2, think of someone. So here's an example. You can go to BuzzFeed.com, pick an article, send it to a person it reminds you of. For example, today, one of my coaches, Diana, and I think this is brilliant that she did this, and I think that it's something that this kind of gave me the idea of doing this. So everybody knows I've been having issues with morning sickness, or all-day sickness, you should say. So she tagged me in an article that had to do with how to ways to help with morning sickness. So this is something that you can do. If you see somebody posting something on social media, you can find an article that helps them and then send it to them. It's helpful. That's helpful. Just be like, hey, I was thinking of you. I saw that you've been suffering from morning sickness. I thought that this article might help you. Put them on your contact list and then get back with them and be like, hey, how's it going? Are you feeling better? How's your morning sickness going? I mean, those are conversation starters. That's genuine care about another person. You know, it's not like you're being fake. Will they eventually be someone who purchases a challenge pack from you? Maybe, maybe not. But you're still getting in the habit of, you know, starting conversations. The best way to do it and get over the fear of starting a new conversation and not knowing how to do it is to just do it. So tell the truth, maybe to an old school friend. So here's an example I wrote down. Hey, Lauren, I'm so happy that we reconnected on social media. I don't think I ever told you this, but I always knew that you were going to be successful, and now you are. It's a joy to see you happy. How are you? Do you still live in Texas? That's another conversation starter. Next one is be helpful. And it's kind of like number 2, and I'll tell you how it's different. So number 4 is be helpful. Keep a list of valuable free articles, videos, or websites. Send it to people it would help the most. So a lot of times people do things like freemiums, or they give, like, for example, like when we do 5-day clean eating groups, that to me is something that's very helpful and is actually free, that adds value to people's lives. Because not only are we helping them with meal planning or helping them with how to prepare meals during those 5-day clean eating groups, whatever you do during your 5-day clean eating group, you're offering support and accountability for free. You're showing people that I value you. I'm not all about the money. I'm here to help you. And not only that, when you add value to them, you're adding value to yourself, because they're learning to trust you and they see that you actually do care. You're not all about the dollar here. You really do care about the next person. Like, for example, Chalene Johnson. I don't know how many of you guys follow Chalene Johnson, but she offers so many free services. Like 30-day push is something that's kind of like, you know, where it's kind of like prioritizing your life, you know, and she offers those things for free. So if you see somebody who maybe feels like, have mentioned on Facebook that they feel overwhelmed, they feel like they need to get their priorities in order, that is something that you can share with them. You can send them Chalene Johnson's free 30-day push course or video or something like that, and say, hey, this has helped me quite a bit. Maybe this will help you. And in that, I just realized I don't think I pushed record. Maybe I did. Anyway, also, Lindsay, don't you offer like a free like thing on like organizing your home?
Yeah, that's my freebie that I have. That if they go to my like page, it's on there. They can sign up for it and they get it sent to them electronically. So every once in a while, I'll promote it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to run an ad on it, and you know, around spring cleaning time, I'll promote it too, and so that's kind of how they can get on my mailing list then and see other things that I have. And you did hit record because my little red light's flashing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So how do I know that about Lindsay? Because it was a really cool idea that I saw like months ago when I think I first added her to Facebook. And I remember that about her because I thought, man, what a really cool idea. And not only that, it's free. Like, it's free. And these people are going to be able to declutter their house, you know? So make sure that that's another way that you add value to people. So if you see something where it's like people just meet people's needs, even if it's not them purchasing a challenge pack, that's living a genuine life. And just add that into Beachbody. So number 5, compliment and mean it. So for example, if you see somebody who has like changed their, I guess, what do you call it, guys? I'm losing my brain. Profile picture. If someone like switches their profile picture and it's like a really gorgeous picture, why not message them and be like, hey girl, I freaking love your profile picture. Where did you get it taken at? Or something like that. Just talk to people. Or, hey, I freaking love your haircut. It looks really good on you. You know, just really compliment people. Just start conversations. Be their friend. 6, ask someone how their day is and truly listen. I think that a lot of times we talk to people and we ask people how they're doing, or we ask people questions or talk to people just to respond instead of truly listening to what they need or truly listening to where they're coming from, because, you know, we feel like what we have to say is more important. So I just wanted to throw it out there that if you're talking to someone and you ask them how their day is, really, really take the time to listen to how their day is going. And then gratitude. Show gratitude and be specific. I don't know how many of you guys, I'm pretty sure that there's some veteran coaches on here who have received a message from people, and people have said something like, you know, I really love following your journey. Your journey has really helped me think about getting back on track with what I need to get on. Help me really get back on track with my health and fitness journey. Like, does that not make you feel good that someone is showing gratitude towards you? So why not do that to somebody else and show gratitude towards them for whatever reason it may be, and just be really specific and just be really honest about it. And those are my ideas on starting conversations. So those are some conversation starters. And did I make sense about adding value, not only to yourself, but in your business, and then just taking yourself out of the equation when you're talking to other people? Does anybody have any questions at all? No? No questions?
No.
No? All right. Well, then I guess we're good. I'm done. I like to keep team calls like short and sweet. But no questions, no comments, nothing? All right. Well, I would like to, I'm working on getting somebody to do a team call next week on, thank you, Ken. Getting somebody to do a call next week on attracting business building coaches. I don't know if that's going to happen next week or the week after, or the week after that, because then it's Thanksgiving. But other than that, thank you guys so much for being on. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.
See ya.